Copeland does everything with sizzle. He plays to the crowd. He plays to his teammates. His head coach, Will Wade, told us earlier today about Copeland, his best thing.
Coach Wade talks about Copeland. He had him as a player in the past. And look at this. Already gets the first assist of the game, a three-point shot from McNeil.
This is Wiggins, number 7, the former Clemson Tiger, who has been playing very good basketball lately. Shot clock down under 5. McCray drives, had it blocked. Seminoles in there, Garnett with gold trim. McNeil, Reed, Copeland, Williams, and Lubin. And we've got our first bucket of the afternoon. Williams back out front. Breed with a quick step around Steen into the lane for the pull-up, and it's 7-0 Pack. Lubin backing his way over Wiggins. 9-0 North Carolina State. That's our number one thing. We've got to take care of the basketball. Williams off the bounce, no. Ven-Allen Lubin nicely doesn't come down with it.
NC State doing a good job keeping Florida State outside the paint.
McGee with the catch and shoot 3. And there will be no shutout. Here comes Jones. Quickly into the front court. McGee is denied by Paul McNeil. Shot clock running down on the Noles again. And off the mark with a shot, Cam Miles. Wolfpack on top, up by 10. Make it up by 12. They get up the floor in a hurry.
You turn it over. They dodged a bullet. Not giving up a field goal there.
And a pregnant pause by McGee after making that 3. Just over 9 minutes gone here in Tallahassee. Reed gets it swatted out of there. Right out to Abel, who buries the 3.
Yeah, Seminoles trying to pick up a little further, higher out defensively to disrupt this NC State attack.
Williams from the corner. Got it.
And scratch a little bit out there, not blowing up too many whistles in the first part of this first half.
Somerville has his pass knocked away. Arsenault to Williams, immediately picked up. He finds Abel right on the money.
Yeah, well, just a good extra pass. Defense can't rotate it. 24-8. You couldn't have asked for a better start on the road in the ACC if you're Coach Wade.
Copeland goes behind the back, kick to the corner. Open look for Arsenault. Abel. He has yet to put his imprint on this game. Williams. Got it! The Wolfpack are shooting the lights out now. Game against Texas Southern back in their former home, Reynolds Coliseum, which I think is pretty cool.
I do know about Reynolds Coliseum, and there's a good bucket.
So far here this afternoon. Copeland's pass deflected away. Bassong to the left hand. Turning defense into offense like the Noles need to do.
They force over 10 steals a game, and then I love this creating offense with your defense when you're trying to check that rim. Seems like these Noles have had a couple shots that have hung around that rim but have not gone in. Can't keep playing defense without playing offense. Williams, he's too big and strong inside.
Well, he's a grown man at 6'6", able to score. Going to Williams again, draws a second defender. That means Abel is open, and he's got the touch again. Now 12 points.
You got to know your personnel. You know, KYP is what we say in the NBA, and the same thing applies here in college. If you got a hot shooter that's not, this guy here, he's put on about 10 to 15 pounds of muscle too since he was at North Carolina.
Great cut, great find. Slow start shooting the basketball. The ACC's best percentage-wise three-point team has been shooting the lights out.
Here's McNeil Jr., another triple. Bam.
On cue, Paul McNeil Jr.
Wiggins controlling his area down there on that board.
McCray to the right hand for his first made field goal this afternoon. Trending in the right direction.
Yeah, good to see. This guy's out here
McCray, you know, he had a high jump record as a high schooler. This is the most points scored in the first half since their game against NC Central way back in November. Layup by Cam Miles. Sonia gets the three off in time and he banks it in. Everything going NC State's way.
Bassong was that guy that gave him that energy, right? He only had the 5 points, but he had a steal, he had a transition basket, he hard spot bucket inside. Yeah, of those 11 starters points, he had 6 of them, and then he decided, I'm a senior, I got to lead this team. Copeland was able to use those athletic hands to stole that ball away.
McNeil under control off the front iron. Somerville and McCray running. It's McCray to the bucket, off the window for 2. Little bit of life here inside the Tucker Center.
This is a lot more life from the Seminoles than we saw in that first half. Here's another steal.
LeJay Jones. And the Noles keep coming. 8 unanswered points for Florida State. That run is stopped by Darrion Williams.
That means that you are playing with a desire and intensity. You want to clean that glass.
Yeah, and he was also an 1,100-point scorer over 3 years at Division II Power Florida Southern. Kobe McGee, drive and dish, and denied by Lubin. Copeland steps through right to the rim and lays it in.
A steal or a block shot to get that thing into the scoring area. Nice job by Lubin protecting the paint.
A little friendlier rim at this end.
It was at 31 points in that first half, but a lot of those came late.
Lubin give the assist to McNeil.
Just trading buckets now. Lubin, I tell you, I like his size, his frame, his hands, his concentration, his finishes around the basket. Just get a Sharpie.
Done.
Just get like a plain one with a Sharpie and just draw an 8 on the back of it. Oh my gosh.
Paul McNeil Jr. now with 14 points. And on that last graphic we showed about the multi-sport athletes, people forget about Lee Corso. Of course, we remember him for the last, 35 years?
Attack. Offensively, they've been better, but defensively, they can't get it going.
Somerville's pass knocked away. Arsenault with the steal. McNeil fumbled it. Here's Copeland getting downhill, and he's fouled. Count the basket, and 1.
They're just in a world of hurt. NC State, give a lot of credit where credit is due. They have spaced this team out behind the three-point arc. They drive the ball hard to the hole.
Here's Martin Somerville, who Luke Lauk says, despite being a sophomore, he's the loudest voice out there. If anybody's going to get his teammates going, it'll be him. All 4 of his attempts from the floor have been from beyond the arc. Answered right back by Paul McNeil Jr. Well, there's another game not on the ACC network that I'm really looking forward to coming up at the top of the hour over on ESPN. Duke and SMU as Bassong gets the bucket and the foul.
I guess what I'm trying to say is bad play will lead to worse play. Good play will lead to better play the next time they step on the floor.
Before the Seminoles finally got on the board, Wiggins leads the break. Good hustle and pursuit by Alir Malouk, who didn't play in the first half, but the sophomore from Baldwin, PA, in their next game against Georgia Tech a week from today to have another one of their very good shooters, Trey Holloman, back from that ankle injury.
Yeah, that was a long 2 right there, and stat sheet stuff for 17 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, knocked in a couple triples.
Kind of a clunky offensive set for NC State. Doesn't matter. Just give the ball to Williams and he'll rattle in the 3.
Yeah, his 3rd triple. He wasn't the main guy for the Red Raiders, but he was the glue guy for the Red Raiders.
Able with the steal. Arsenault to the bucket.
Wolfpack just taking it right to the Noles.
3 steals for Quadir Copeland.
Yeah, they got 5 guys at double-figure scoring, and not surprising, knocking down this another triple, their 16th triple of the ball game. And if I am Coach Laux over there, I wouldn't know how you would stop all of these triples. They're coming from all over the floor.
Abel, McNeil.
Well, Arsenal just down here with a nice little step back, earns his money, right? It's easy in the wins to keep guys hungry and motivated and working hard. It's a lot tougher when you're on the wrong side of a 40-point beatdown. It's hard to do math live. It's hard for me to do math anytime, but
indeed it
certainly
is.
Live on air. So 45 points. They've done it offensively. They've done it defensively. They do give up a triple there.
And your North Carolina Tar Heels took him out.
Yeah, that's right. We beat them in the NCAA tournament. They were #1 in the country.
And Dean Smith said after that broadcast on the air for CBS, I really wanted to get this one for Scott so he could play another game, because you had a rough one in the Sweet 16.
Rough.
Your final college game, you played very, very well.
Rough game is not even the word for it. I was terrible in that game against the Sooners as NC State gets another red out for Lubin. Good team as far as Carolina teams go. We lost double digits.
Bassong,
but
strong
still
to the
finished
bucket.
with 20 wins and got a chance to get back to the Sweet 16 where
we will get you to Pittsburgh for the start of the Panthers and the Orange in just a few moments as Breed buries the three.
I'm out there behind the arc because that has been a backbreaker to the Noles today.
Breed hits the three as
it's been the offensive rebounds, the drives to the basket, the points off the turnovers, a lot of hustle plays.
Abel, North Carolina Central, and they put 113 in a blowout victory on Florida State.
Yeah, I'm impressed with this NC State Wolfpack team. They get a lot of